All right, guys, we're ready to start. So first out of a couple important announcements, and then we're going to get into elections. So first is the spring town hall. That is going to be April 22nd, and it's going to be with Mr. Scanlon and Ms. Pezich this year, the assistant superintendent and the superintendent. And the question ballot we're gonna post on the Great Google Classrooms tonight, so you guys can start submitting questions for that, anything that you want asked, and that's gonna be due on April 16th. And we're also gonna post a poster on Instagram, and you can repost that to your story for a point. Does anyone have any questions about town hall quickly? Cool. And you'll also get 3 points for attending that town hall meeting because it's gonna be longer than normal.
They can't hear. I'm just lowering.
Oh, okay.
Where's the mom?
I have no idea. Do you want me to speak without it?
No, well, they're not gonna hear you.
Oh.
This one?
Yeah.
Let's see again. Go ahead.
This better? Oh, that's nothing.
Hello.
Try again.
This better?
Try it again.
This better?
You guys hear
Can you guys hear?
That's good.
All right, cool. We're just fixing the mic quick. All right. So next I'm gonna bring Alexa up to talk about an event we're gonna be running soon. And for Alexa.
Thank you.
Hi guys. Hello. So we're going to be doing a virtual St. Baldrick's with Ward Melville Student Government, and we tried to do this last year in person, but school shut down before that. So I'll be explaining more in detail next week since we have to do elections this week. But just keep in mind that next week we're going to be handing out bracelets to all the members, which you can sell to get points. So just keep in mind how many bracelets you want to take home to sell to either your family, friends, or teachers. You can sell them to anyone. And this is going to be the main way that we're raising money for the event and for childhood cancer research. So I'll be explaining more about it next week, but just keep in mind how many bracelets you want to take home and talk to your family or people that you think would want to buy them and see if they would. So thank you.
Thank you, Alexa. Oh my God. So next quick thing is just about the PVSA hours. So I'll just speak without it. I'm just gonna speak without the mic. So the next thing is about the PVSA hours. If anyone emailed the advisors and they didn't are asking for their hours to be verified and they haven't gotten it back yet, please just send the advisors another quick email. They're not accepting anyone new who wants to get their hours verified, but if you previously sent an email and have not gotten your hours verified, maybe they didn't see it or something, please email them again. So the next thing is the leadership service project. You have to do the leadership service project to be in good standing. Even if you haven't turned it in yet, you still need to do that project to be in good standing by the end of the year. You won't get any points for turning in the project, but you need to be in good standing to turn it in. So make sure you guys get it in if you haven't turned it in yet. And if I give you an extension and you contacted me about it, then you can still get points. And now we're going to start elections. So I'm bringing Megan.
I don't need the microphone, right?
I don't know. You can try.
All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. So we're going to start our elections. It's like the same as last week. Voting will be after the speeches. But you also have to be in good standing to vote. And am I missing anything?
You have to be here for the whole.
And you have to be here for the whole speech.
So there's 2 positions of a vote.
Wait, what?
Today's the last 2 positions.
Right, and today's the last 2 positions that you will be voting for. So first, we're gonna have our secretaries go. So Gabriella is
Hold on 1 second, Riley. I apologize. For those of you who are virtual, we need to be able to see your face in the screen. If we do not see your face in the screen, so check your video, then it's like you don't have your camera on. So we need to be able to see your face. For a lot of you, I'm seeing the ceiling or I'm seeing the wall, but I'm not actually seeing you. So please make sure that you are framed properly so that we can give you credit for being there. Thank you.
Also, Megan, we will announce the winners of all the elections at the beginning of our meeting next week. So after we verify all the votes, then we'll do that next week. Are you on open again?
Okay, so Gabriella is out for secretary.
Oh, and one other thing, the 2 candidates for secretary are both online. They're both remote today.
Yeah.
So you need to really listen. We will put the microphone, maybe we'll put the microphone so you can hear, but they're not in the building right now.
Okay, so now we're gonna have Hannah Ruffner for secretary.
You guys are that quiet.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Ruffner and I have had the pleasure of serving as your current secretary for this school year. I am running for the same position as secretary for the 2021 and 2022 school year. It was extremely rewarding to be able to answer all your questions and serve as this year's secretary. Next year, I will continue to dedicate my time and effort into what next year will bring. I always love lending a helping hand to anyone, whether it is my peers or my community, and you will always see me advocating for what I believe in. I would love to be a part of next year's executive board as secretary because I believe I am equipped with the experience and organizational skills needed to assume this role. It is my promise to continue to participate enthusiastically and positively in all my note-taking, meetings, events, and more, and to devote my time into accurately completing my secretarial duties. Being able to serve as your secretary this previous year will help me to continue my efforts and adjust when applicable. As secretary, I will continue to fulfill all my duties and make student government flow as smooth as possible when it comes to my responsibilities. Whether next year will take a change for the better or continue to be another year of enduring issues, I will put all my time and effort into each and every responsibility unique to being secretary. Due to my current experience as secretary, I will make sure to incorporate all my knowledge, including my social and organizational skills, into my duties for next year. There will never be a time where my dedication can be questioned as I care very much to help my peers and community. My quick thinking skills and flexibility are key skills I would apply to my role as secretary. I would love to continue my efforts and be a part of next year's executive board. Thank you.
Is Gabrielle back on?
Hello everyone. My name is Gabriella Zab, and I'm running for secretary. I strongly believe that the future depends on the ability to work together as a whole. Cooperation and teamwork is crucial. As secretary, I hope to take into account each of your interests and voices on any ideas or issues. I've always been an active member of my school and community, and being secretary will allow me to make deeper connections with those around me. Although COVID-19 has affected so much of our lives, it has not stopped me from helping others. It has inspired me to continue. As a member of Key Club, I have joined various clubs that concern my community in schools, such as Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, and Student Government. I have done various unique projects. With being involved in a lot of projects, it has given me many ideas for student government. One of my ideas I hope to instill is partnering up with more clubs and organizations such as Spanish Honor Society or Key Club.
Thank you, Gabriella.
All right, okay, so now we're gonna have our voting. You can use a device for that and you'll have 3 minutes. Okay, so next, our next position for speeches is Vice President, and Justin Moore is gonna do his speech now. Yeah, just like hold it up.
As I was sitting at home writing this speech, I questioned what I could say that would show the value I will bring to student government and how one speech can convey a message so strong to so many people. This led me to reflect on the words of our nation's first youth poet laureate, who said, "The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it." These words inspired a nation to get back on its feet after being in uncharted waters for almost a year. Now we have passed the 1-year mark of school closing, and I reflect on these words and wish to show you how we can be the light as we set goals for student government. I've been fortunate to grow up among leaders and to learn to be a successful leader myself. I have attended numerous leadership conferences, and I have been nominated to hold leadership roles throughout my life. Over the past year, I've been extremely dedicated to student government and the executive board as a sophomore representative. I've had time for self-growth as a leader this year by spearheading and organizing events with the student government executive board while abiding to COVID restrictions. For example, cooking for a cause could not happen, so we came up with raffles for a cause. I, along with Joe and Riley, worked diligently to run this event, and it was extremely successful. It's events like these that work toward my true passion, which is to give back to our community and to rebuild our community during this period of post-COVID recovery. As your Vice President, I will work with our advisors and all of you to brainstorm events, whether they're in person or virtual. I will continue to work hard to raise money for foundations and businesses in our community. Earlier this year, I spearheaded a food drive for Meals on Wheels, which is a local organization that delivers meals to the elderly who are not able to go shopping for their groceries. I organized the food drive in a COVID-friendly manner and raised an abundance of donations, which I packed into a truck and delivered to Meals on Wheels. I would like to continue to organize and lead events like this that will benefit our community. I also would like to hear your ideas and changes that you would like to see in our school. The student body needs leaders who are attentive, have empathy, and have good communication skills. I believe I have these traits and can use them effectively. I also understand the importance of integrity, responsibility, and teamwork. Along with these many qualities, the most important, in my opinion, is to know how to work with a group to achieve a common goal. I've demonstrated my ability to do this when organizing and running events this year. I worked this year not only to represent my sophomore class, but to represent student government to outside organizations who have wanted to collaborate with us. As a dedicated member of this amazing club, I will continue to work with our community to assist those in need. I would be honored to work with all of you towards our own goals and to represent you all as your Vice President. Thank you.
Next, we have Grace Mack for Vice President.
Good afternoon, everyone in person and online. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Grace Mack, and as a rising senior, I will be running for the position of Vice President. I'm a dedicated member of student government and have regularly participated in club running activities. Being organized, dedicated, and inclusive are traits needed to help our club succeed and return to normalcy in the upcoming year. The pandemic has greatly affected how our club meets and holds events. As Vice President, I will work side by side with the President and other board members to ensure that our club succeeds and returns to normalcy. I look forward to reinstating important school events such as homecoming, trick-or-treat street, and cooking for a cause. Organizing large events such as these has become a specialty of mine over the past few years. I am a member of the Three Village Industry Advisory Board and as such have organized and run the career fair in the virtual and in-person format. From this experience, I have learned how to be adaptable and assume responsibility that a leader requires. I've put in countless effort and hours into these events because I do not shy away from work. I know to strive for success in everything I do, and being Vice President will be no different. My priority will be to make sure that the student body and community enjoy all club run activities. My organizational skills allow me to give my full attention to activities I'm involved in. My promise to you is that I will personally make sure each and every event is explained thoroughly, easy to understand, and focuses around our community. I'm a very open-minded person and have learned a lot from this club as my time as a member. I know what has worked in the past and what can be improved upon. When I'm elected, I will devote myself to fixing the minor flaws so our club can be as successful as possible. Thank you for your time and for considering me, Grace Mack, for your Vice President.
Next, we have Miles O'Hare for Vice President.
Hi guys, my name is Miles O'Hare and I'm running for the position of Vice President. So a little bit about myself, I'm a sophomore, I'm involved in a lot of activities like student government, and in my free time I enjoy playing tennis and singing. So I've been a part of student government for 3 years now, and since 8th grade, I've tried to sign up for any activity I was able to. I've received over 40 hours of community service from student government overall, and right now I'm past the 60-point goal needed for this school year, which makes me one of the most, if not the most, active members of student government. Being the vice president of anything, let alone student government, requires a great deal of responsibility and leadership. I believe that my leadership skills have grown over past years throughout the extracurricular activities that I do. I'm involved in a lot of school clubs such as Spanish Honor Society, Music Honor Society, and the Math Club. Meanwhile, I'm a part of our school's social justice task force, where we work with teachers and students and parents alike to make sure that we have a more inclusive society here at Ward Melville. Outside of school, I'm a director for the nonprofit Mission Toothbrush, where I've personally planned many donation drives that have raised over 2,000 dental hygiene supplies this school year alone. The qualities that I've gained from holding many leadership positions has made me aware of the commitment that is necessary to hold leadership positions such as vice president, and I'm more than up to the task. Student government has always been of great importance to me, but if I were elected as vice president, I do my best to make sure that I prioritize this club for the well-being of the school and the students. I know how overwhelmed and stressed students like myself can get by school, and COVID-19 unfortunately hasn't made any things easier. So as vice president, my main goal would be to alleviate that stress that's built upon us in any way I can. This includes planning more fun events, such as game nights with prizes, or maybe holding raffles each month with different rewards. Because I've been committed to service and helping out people in need, I think that we should plan more donations so that we as students can give back to our community and help those in need. As vice president, my top goal would be to devote our time to our school and community while creating a stress environment for our students. Thank you for listening, and you will not regret voting for me as your vice president.
Now voting. Is it not working? Okay, now voting for vice president will be taking place. So now we have Riley Meckley for president.
Hello everyone, my name is Riley Meckley, and I'm excited to announce that I will be your president next year. Serving as this year's vice president, I have acquired the skills necessary to bring our club in a new direction. That being said, I have many ideas on how to expand and improve student government. There will be less restrictions next year, meaning that we can do things together as a club. For example, there will be less lecturing and talking at meetings, and more in-person activities right here in the cafeteria. Meetings will feature group projects and games, such as bingo, Kahoot, painting pumpkins, writing pen pal letters, decorating for homecoming, and much more. Overall, my plans for president can be summed up in 3 main points. Number 1, making members have a good time. My goal for next year is for meetings to be interactive. Make no mistake, we will have more hands-on activities for us to do. My second priority will be school spirit. As a club, we will help out with school-wide activities. And over the summer, I will stay in consistent communication with Mr. Bernhard, the assistant principals, and of course, our advisors. We will be planning events for the upcoming year. And the board and I will be working in the summer to really hit the ground running in the fall. Lastly, I will focus on community improvements. For example, next fall, we will spend a meeting decorating pumpkins and making them look really nice so we can deliver them to each kindergarten class in our district. As president, I am always ready and prepared for the responsibilities and obligations that will come with this position. In fact, I stand here today because for the past 2 years, I have devoted countless hours and efforts into this club. And I promise you that I will continue to do this. As last year's sophomore rep, this year's vice president, and next year's president, I will continue working hard and making it an enjoyable year for all of us. Once again, my name is Riley Meckley. Thank you for attending, and thank you for tuning in virtually.
So Riley is running unopposed, so there's gonna be no voting for that. Thank you for the speech, Riley. That's still on, yeah. Quickly, before the meeting ends, I'm gonna bring up Aiden O'Brien. He wants to advocate for his leadership service project. I gave him an extension, so he's still able to advocate.
Jesse was really kind. I appreciate it. All right. So for my project proposal, I'm doing a charity live stream with my friend Jack Fermato. And we created a website where it's really easy to access it and like see when it's going on. It's going to be April 10th, so this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Either you can donate $1 or just send out the link to your friends. We just want to see, like, get as many people to come as possible. It's for the Gamers Outreach Foundation. So what they do is they bring like Xbox, Nintendo Switches to kids who are in hospitals and going through treatment to help them kind of just like cope with their pain and like kind of just have some fun and forget about what's going on. So the website is wmcharitystream.com and just send it out, check it out.
Why don't you send a little blurb?
Yeah, and I'll post, I have like a post that I can put on the student government like stream that you could see it and click on the link really easily. And that's it. Thank you.
All right, cool. So we're all good with the attendance virtually, so you guys can log off. We're all good here. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you next week.